Rid of. First thing you want to do is find the sound you want to isolate. Like I showed you yesterday. So this is an highlighted loop on here, so infinitely, which helps play it back. There's a slight blip in there, but I think we can live with that. And we right click or control click and we say capture noise print. Click on capture noise print, and you're going to want to do this pretty much for every line on its own, bit by bit. Capture a noise print just before or just after the line you're cleaning up, because you can't apply it to the whole thing because every room has a different background sound that you're trying to get rid of. Then this is, I highlight what we want to fix.
Rebecca tells me you haven't been feeling yourself lately.
So this is the line we're going to try and clean up here, get rid of some of that horrible background noise. So now I've captured that noise print, so I'll go to Effects, Noise Reduction Restoration, Noise Reduction Process. Now you're going to want to do this with headphones, but essentially with loop highlighted again, just to make life easier for ourselves, I'll just play it through.
Tells me you haven't been
See,
feeling
it plays
yourself
it here.
lately. Rebecca tells me you haven't been feeling yourself lately. Rebecca tells me
Now we can turn off the power of the effect here. So this is hearing it
tells me you
without the
haven't been feeling
effect.
yourself lately.
You hear that
Rebecca
here?
tells me you haven't been feeling yourself lately.
Turn it on.
Rebecca tells me you haven't been feeling yourself lately.
You see?
Tells me you haven't
And
been
you'll be
feeling
able to hear
yourself
more of the
lately.
texture when you have
Tells me you
headphones.
haven't been feeling yourself.
Pause that. And this controls how much you want to reduce the noise by. If you push any of these settings too far, it begins to sound like people are talking in a goldfish bowl. So let's just push it right up and you'll see what I mean.
Lately. Rebecca tells me you haven't been feeling yourself lately.
Again, without headphones, but it's
Tells me you haven't
basically that's going to be sounding like that, which you don't want. So with headphones on, you want to adjust both of these. Adjust how much you're reducing the noise by and how much you want to apply the noise reduction to the actual clip. So slide these around with headphones on, find a setting you're happy with, then press apply. And you can see the difference visually straight away between the noise ambience and the bit we've reduced, and just play it through again.
Rebecca tells me you haven't been feeling yourself lately. Yeah, I get it.
So you can hear those bits. Ones like this will be hard to do with this process, but you'll have better audio hopefully. So what you then need to focus on, the most important thing is when there are bits of just pure ambience that you know you're not going to want to keep, like let's say this bit here. That's nothing but just camera and room hiss and the line cut. You're definitely not going to want any of that. So highlight all of it, but do not delete it. If you delete it,
press silence, right?
exactly. Yeah. If you delete it, it shortens the clip and throws everything out of sync. You just want to right click with it highlighted and choose silence. Now what you've done is just made that completely silent. You don't have to worry about that. And there may well be whole chunks of the movie where you want to do that for every shot, bearing in mind that what you should have given them, if you hear a door closing and you think, oh, we might want to keep that, you should have given them a better sound of a door closing that they'll then be putting in themselves. So what you should really end up with here is nothing but dialogue. Nice, clean, crisp dialogue, which you can then lay ambiences underneath for all the other sounds you want. Okay? So when you're happy with that, you're going to want to file, save as, and then these are settings that are important for everything, including the audio files that you master. When you open them in Audition and export them for them to receive and edit with, they want to be WAV files or WAV files, 48,000 hertz or 48 kilohertz, it's the same thing, 16-bit uncompressed. Then you can say where you want to save it, which will be onto a key probably, so you can get it over to them here. And they'll do that and call it audio master of the whole thing. And then what they'll do is they'll import it, as we've done here already in this one. They'll import the audio here. So all of these different bits of audio that you can see here stacked up, all of this is what you've tidied up and given them back just this one audio file, which will then have nice clean dialogue that they can lay in.
Come on in, girls.
Do you hear the difference between the bit we noise reduced and the bit we didn't? So listen to it again from the start.
You must be Vicky.
And then that's where we did the noise reduction on a previous one, not this one. This is how I showed it to Alex. So that's what you're going to want to give them. Then on that one, when you guys have sorted out all your color correcting and got your timing exactly as you want it, I will now show you on that machine how to conform the audio files to something that you can then give them to start building the Foley's in. So cool, make sure this is all saved, make sure you know where you are, what you're doing.
Can I give you a call tomorrow?
Yeah, and also Alison just told me these aren't Alright, you want to right click or control click, open with Adobe Audition. And then what this will do is it will open up Adobe Audition, and here's the sound effects you've brought in. Again, you're going to want to have headphones for this. But the first thing you want to check for all of them is, what's the best way to double check this? Just double click. Yeah, if you see down here, it shows you the details of the file, and you can see it's 44,100. That's not what we want. We need 48. So what we want to first thing we want to do is convert the sample type of all the audio we bring in, and we do that by double clicking to highlight everything. It's the equivalent of just clicking and dragging over the whole thing, but as you can see, it's a bit awkward to get to the very edges. So if you just double click, it highlights everything. And then we want to right click on the highlight, anywhere inside the highlight bit, and we want to say convert sample type down there. And then in here we can convert it to the settings that we know we want, which as I've told you is 48,000 hertz or 48 kilohertz, same thing. Channels, stereo, because we can see there are two of them, so we will want to preserve both of those. And the bit depth, 32, is way too high. We just want it to be 16.